Well, hello out there. As you can see, I am perfectly alive and well. I did not die, and nor did anybody else on the Off the Rope show. So, with that said, why don't we just jump right into this week's Impact Wrestling review for March 14th, 2013. It's Pi Day. And finally, we are out of the Impact Zone, and we're in Chicago, Illinois tonight. And the show is supposed to kick off with a tag team title match between Team Stereotype against the Great Factor, if you will, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries, but no, we didn't get that. What we got is what we really should have started off the show with, and that's the Aces and Eights. After what happened at Lockdown on Sunday, when Bully Ray fooled everybody, well, at least some people, but anyway, you got the whole clan out there, and they introduced Bully Ray as the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and he just talks about what Hogan talked to him about at Lockdown on Sunday night. He talked about what Andre the Giant said to him after WrestleMania 3, and not going to go too much into specifics there. Just, do you know who I am? He starts all that stuff up again, and really this was a pretty good opening promo. Even if I think this storyline still sucks dick. But you know what? I have expected Bully Ray to start a riot in the opening segment of the show. Although that didn't really happen. Alright, then we had a knockout tag match between Tara and Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky and Mickie James. Since when is Tara from Chicago? I know she just opened up a restaurant there, but really? Since when is she from Chicago? Anyway, this match was okay, I guess. This actually was more about the Gail Kim Taryn Terrell storyline than anything else. Probably what's going to end up happening is that Taryn Terrell is going to get fired, or they're going to relieve her of her duties as the knockout referee, and she's going to be an actual knockout, if you will. So that's probably what's going to happen. One thing about this week's Impact is that the Eights and Eights were featured very prominently in this show. Whether they were in the clubhouse, whether it was Bully Ray calling his still wife, if you will, Brooke Hogan, and leaving her a message on, and they put it on speaker so the rest of the group could say hi, or whether it was they were beating the living hell out of Kurt Angle in the hallway, or whatever. They were featured pretty prominently tonight, folks. And from the why should we pay for this match when we can get it a few nights later for free on Impact department, we have Robbie E against Rob Terry. A rematch from Lockdown, and I'll tell you what, this wasn't much of a match. It was a pretty big squash in about 2 minutes, and one thing I noticed about this match is that Rob Terry was getting the Ryback chants. Feed me more. Feed me more. But Terry ends up winning, and he starts doing his little dancing afterwards, so I really hope they don't ruin his character by doing this. He needs to be beating the hell out of people. That is all. Well, Hogan's in his office, and Sting comes in there, and they're pretty much arguing about what the hell happened at Lockdown Sunday with Bully Ray and that him joining the Ace and Ace, and Hogan said that he never trusted him, and Sting thought he knew him and this and that, and it's like, well, needless to say, Hogan isn't very happy with Sting right now, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how this develops there in the next few weeks. Are they going to get back on the same page? you know, it's. I think it's gonna be interesting, but I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens. So the 1 hour main event was supposed to be the return of AJ Styles, but we didn't get that. At least not right away. But what we got, we got one of the most entertaining parts of the show. Bad Influence dressed up like the Legion of Doom, or as Christopher Daniels called it, the Legion of Boom, the LOB. Oh, God, this was awesome. God, this is so good. It's like, it's the Legion of Bad Influence. That's right. Of course, Kazarian and Daniels had to be talking about AJ Styles and how he's disappointed the fans once again since he didn't show up right away. But then James Storm comes out there and we end up getting a match between Storm and Daniels. Storm ended up winning with the backstabber, and then Storm gets beat down afterwards, and finally we see the return of AJ Styles. He kind of cleans house, kind of doesn't, but he nails Kazarian, and Daniels gets away, and he looked like he was there to save Storm, but he ended up giving him a clothesline, so he kind of turned on him. So what are they going to do with the AJ Styles character going forward? I'm really interested to see what they do. Alright, then you got Joseph Park in the ring, cutting a promo, and I will tell you what about Joseph Park. This is one of the best characters that TNA has going right now. From going to this monster character in Abyss to this complete greenhorn in Joseph Park. I mean, this is brilliant. This is a brilliant character. I mean, for somebody that's wrestled for 12 years, like he has, and to act like he's only been in the sport for about like 2-3 months. I mean, this is genius. But then you got Matt Morgan coming down to interrupt his promo. He's talking about Hogan mistakes and how Joseph Park is one of them, probably one of his biggest ones. And then Matt Morgan, he ends up attacking Joseph Park with the carbon footprint, and basically it's just setting up a match for next week. And I'm guessing Morgan wants to rectify one of those mistakes, I guess. I guess he's going to try. Then they showed that video of after lockdown where Brooke Hogan was just all distraught in that after what Bully Ray did after he joined Aces and Eights and revealed himself to be the president, and she's just crying and all this shit, and like how so many people have let her down in her life, and she never dreamed that Bully Ray would be one of them. So, well, tell you what, sometimes it be that way, Brooke. Well, since we didn't get to see A-Double and Bobby Roode in the opening segment, we get them in the main event. Well, we got Sting against Austin Aries in the main event contest, and Roode, and I thought this was funny. Roode and Aries come down to the ring wearing shirts that say "Dirty Heels" on them. Like, where can I get one of those shirts? But anyway, this was actually a very good match, I thought. I mean, yeah, A-Double did most of the work in this match. I thought it was funny. He was trying to do the Scorpion Deathlock later on in the match, and he couldn't get it down. that was funny. Granted, I wouldn't be able to do it either and I've tried. Don't get me wrong here, but Roode ends up getting ejected after some interference, and this ends up being an all contest because once again we get to see the Aces and Eights And then you got Bully Ray. Afterwards, you got Bully Ray calling for Hogan. And finally, he comes out onto the ramp area on his crutches. And he's going to unleash the TNA roster. So you got Hardy coming out there. You got Samoa Joe. You got Magnus. You got Joseph Park. You got EY. I thought I'd say EY out there. But Ace and Eights beat them all down. And so, God, that's... You would have thought this would have been something that they would have done 9 months ago. Oh, well, final thoughts on this Impact. Well, if you want to see the Aces and Eights tonight, you got to see them quite a bit. And it's a little bit late to be trying to make this team look strong now, isn't it? I mean, just because they got the World Heavyweight Champion now in their stable and he's the president, it's like... It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. I mean, yeah, you can dress it up and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig. So, I still think this Ace and Eights storyline sucks. Even though I do think Bully Ray is the best heel in the business right now. And he has been for a while. And I like the segment of the Legion of Bad Influence, the Legion of Boom. With Kaz and Daniels dressed up like Hawk and Animal. Let me think. There are called a couple other decent segments in this show, but the Joseph Park character I really like, but as far as the rest of this show goes, yeah. But anyway, this is Marvelous Mark. I'm still alive, and I will talk to you later.